myself Ketan, and we are back with our unanswered question session. And today's session, our guest is Mr. Akash Chaudhary sir, who is a merit pass out from Mechanical Engineering batch. So I hearty welcome you, sir, in this live session from Inspire Minute.
Thank you.
Okay, so shall we start,
Thank
sir?
you. Yes. We can
Uh,
start.
So, like in the previous session, we have discussed like about multitasking and a single task doing at one time. But now, in today's session, our topic is that how we have to do the anger management when any other people have hurt us due to some or the other reason. So, my first question is from you, sir. Like, first of all, why anger arises from inside us?
See, as per our scriptures, we see that there are some inherent anarthas within us. There are six anarthas, or you can say six vices within each human being, and anger is one of them, like lust, greed, anger, envy, illusion, pride. So anger is one of them. Now the thing is this, that all these things, they are activated by our mind. Mind is the controller of all these things. So in immediate sense, we can say that anger arises when what we are expecting from others, that is not fulfilled, or whatever
Hmm.
things we are expecting, when our expectations are not fulfilled, then anger arises. So
Yes.
ultimately, it is the this mind is the basis. Mind forces us to think in such a way that we experiences anger. So in this way, we can see that anger is not something new or something different, but it is just one of our emotion, and it is uncontrolled mind which gives rise to uncontrolled anger and just causes paid trouble to us through this thing.
Hmm. Okay. So very wonderfully explained, you sir. Now my second question is that how can we deal with the anger caused by people who have hurt us, which is our main question.
See, this is a very nice question, and you can see so many people are asking these questions, and
Mm.
like in YouTube also, so many videos can you find on found
Exactly.
on this topic. So whenever people hurt us, so how we can deal with anger? See, in a very nutshell, in a very short, if I have to answer this, I can say that whenever we are angry, suppose someone has hurt me and I am angry, so am I happy at that time? Of course not. Whenever I am angry, it is just causing unnecessary pain and anxiety to me only. Whenever
Exactly.
I am angry, I am hurting myself only by being angry. So something which is hurting me or something which is causing me anxiety or pain or trouble, why should I continuously indulge in that? Why
Mm.
should I do something which is tormenting me itself? So anger is something which is tormenting me only. It has nothing to do with the other person. Other person is not at all affected by my anger. So ultimately, I am the one who is getting all kind of uh, mental anxieties, worries through this tensions, through this anger. So ultimately, this is not beneficial for me. So immediately we should get out of all these things, because if I give you two options, that you can be happy and you can be miserable, of course everyone would want that I should be happy only. So whatever other people they are doing, that is not within our control, but at least whatever is happening within me, whatever is happening within my mind, or whatever is happening with my emotions, at least that should be in my control. Because whatever is happening around me, I cannot influence it. So if I
Exactly.
have the power to decide my own emotion, so I think that my own emotions, they should not be depend on what other persons have done. So what we can do is should immediately forgive the other person and forget it, because it will be beneficial to us only. Because if we will continuously keep on nurturing that feeling of anger, then certainly it is going to have very detrimental effect on us. And another scenario is this, that if we can talk if see we can talk to that other person also. Sometimes anger arises because of some misunderstandings and other things,
Mm.
so we can try to sort out the differences. But still, if the things persist, then we should forget the forget that thing and forgive that thing. Because I know very well that it is very easily said than done, but still, by being angry, we are harming ourselves only. Nothing productive is coming out of it. So why should we unnecessarily indulge in that thing?
Exactly. Means you want to say, sir, that rather if you want to be anger free, then we have to just keep out the rubbish from our mind. We have to clean our mind from the rubbish.
Yes. Because that anger will harm us only. It will do nothing with that other person. We will only be tormented, mental anxiety and all these things.
Exactly. And my next question is that how we can deal with the anger which is caused by our own activity. Some or the other time when we are frustrated due to our results or some of our activities, knowingly or unknowingly, we have committed any mistake or something like that. Then how we can deal with the anger which is caused by our own activities?
Yes, very right question. Actually, so many times we experience that we get angry with ourselves only. Like suppose we have made a plan that today I will study this much hour. Like very common example. I mean, there can be so many other examples, but I am not able to study that day. So unnecessarily, I am angry. Not unnecessarily, I am angry on myself that why I have not fulfilled my target. So see, anger can be restricted. Anger can be productive in a way. Like if I am unable to achieve my target, that I have fixed this target, that okay, I will do this much study and I am not able to study that much. So certainly I should be angry with myself that why I am not able to do. But that anger should not turn into a negative anger. Like I am constantly being angry with myself and then I am not able to do other things. Yeah, I should be angry for a moment, and then by using that anger I should motivate myself. Okay, now I will study hard or I will do things better, instead of uh, instead of living in guilt over that thing again and again. It will not going to help us out. It is only going to drain us out of our energy. So suppose if we have done anything wrong, and then certainly we should be angry with ourselves and we should try to improve over that thing, rather than being constantly thinking about that thing. Okay, that thing has been done, okay fine, now nothing can be done. So in future we should try to improve that thing, instead of pondering over that thing again and again and constantly tormenting us again and again only. We should, instead of worrying, we should start acting. So
Exactly.
unnecessarily we should not get angry over that thing. Yeah, some for a little moment we should be angry, and then okay, I have done this thing wrong, okay, next time I will not repeat this, or next time I will try my best not to do this thing again. Like this we can handle those things.
Exactly. Exactly. And in this way, the frustration will also not come that I have done this, I have done that.
Yes, such kind of frustration or such kind of anger can be very detrimental in a way. It can completely ruin our productivity. We will be thinking over that thing only, and it will not going to help us. So we should move on from that thing and try to improve.
Exactly. So very nice explanation from you, sir, about this particular question. Now, my one of the question is like many of the time people have seen that they have frustrated and their mind gets out of control and do whatever nonsense they can do. Means they can hurt anyone. They are not looking that they are talking to their elders or they are in a formal meeting or something like that. Means when the mind get out of control due to the anger, then it can do anything nonsense. So how? Why is it so?
See, as see, mind in our scriptures, it is being described as a jumping monkey. It is always jumping from one thing to another. And in Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna is saying that uncontrolled mind is our greatest enemy, and controlled mind can be our greatest friend. So uncontrolled mind is our greatest enemy. As I told you in the beginning, that all these six anarthas, that greed, anger, pride, all these things, actually all these things, they are actuated or initiated by mind only, all these things. So mind is just like, it is always trying to create trouble for us.
Mhm.
And moreover, mind always directs us in such a way that it that thing will do harm to us only, and it will do harm to other person also. And most of the times whatever our mind tells us, that is always a nonsense thing. Because the thing is that mind is controlled by intelligence. Intelligence is higher than our mind. As per Bhagavad Gita, intelligence can control the mind, but since our intelligence is not very sharp, because we have not read our scriptures which gives us wisdom or some other things related to moral value, so our intelligence is not that sharp to guide the mind in a particular way. So by reading the scriptures we should sharpen our intelligence, and then we should try to dictate our mind in accordance with the good advice of our elders or our scriptures, whatever it is. Then it will be in control. Like otherwise mind will create all kind of troubles for us, and it will create a havoc for us. Like Arjuna is saying that I can control even the wind on the power of my this mighty Gandhi, I can using this my wow Gandhi, but still it is very difficult for me to control the mind. Arjun, the so-called this great warrior, he is still admitting like it is still very difficult to control mind. So for us, it is very difficult. So mind has to, but Lord Krishna answers him that by continuous practice, you will be able to control the mind. So
Exactly.
it is like this, that
So
mind is always like this.
means such a great warrior and also a sage. Arjun, he is not even, he's saying that he can control the wind, the speed of wind, the direction of wind, but he can't control the mind. So it is a really
Yes, yes.
mind can be your friend, mind can be your foe. That depends upon that how you
Yes,
control
yes,
it.
yes. Yes.
So, and also, sir, like nowadays we can see that many NGOs and many other organizations are means organizing various anger management courses. So how, and they are just doing a very common thing, that they are telling us, they are teaching us how to, we have to practice the spirituality, how we have to practice the meditation. So how spirituality and meditation can help us to overcome the anger, or the anger management we can practice.
See, as I told you that to control our anger, we need to control our mind, because if our mind is still and it is not disturbed, if someone is provoking us or someone is saying anything to us, if our mind is not at all disturbed, then anger will not be able to do anything to us. So for that, the important thing is this, that like as I told you in the beginning, that whatever is happening to the outside world, we cannot control it, but at least what is happening to us or what is happening to our mind, at least we should be able to control it. So for this, how to exercise that control, for this meditation and spirituality is necessary, because by meditating we train our mind. Like when we are meditating, we are trying to focus our mind on one thing. So by meditating we are trying to train our mind in such a way that it remains still and it does not get provoked by so many small and petty things. So meditation is a technique by which we try to exercise our control on mind. And until and unless mind is controlled, not only anger, pride, envy, and all these things, they will torment us like anything. So it's very important. And rather, I think that without spirituality, if someone is saying, or without meditation, if someone is saying that we can control, I don't know how they will be able to control. It is extremely necessary that spirituality and meditation, they should be used in anger management. Otherwise we can read so many things, so many motivational quotes and other things, but still we will be unable to control our anger, because our mind is not trained in that way.
Exactly. So like whenever we bought any gadget, I have heard somewhere that whenever we bought any gadget, that along with that we get a life manual. We get a manual that how we have to operate that particular gadget. So like for our mind, for our life, we also get Bhagavad Gita as a life manual, or any other scripture as a life manual, that how we have to control our mind, how we have to deal with the mind, how we have to control the anger.
Yes, exactly. Actually, all these scriptures, they are life manual for us. The
Hmm.
all our great sages, they were knowing each and every aspect of the working of mind, anger, and everything. And for to help us, they wrote all these things down, and they for our help, that so that we can manage each and every aspect of our life nicely, we can live nicely. They have given all these things, all the scriptures and other these things.
Exactly. And I also think, sir, uh, that due to anger only, these kind of problems nowadays in the societies are arising, like suicides and frustration, and taking the intoxication, means drugs, cigarettes, these kind of things. Like nowadays the youths are becoming addicted to these kind of things, only because of anger, only because of frustration, because they are not knowing that this is not the only point that they are failing, or they are getting the failure in their examinations, that they are getting angry of their own self, they are getting angry of their parents, they are thinking that their parents are restricting them to only particular section of life. This is the only cause, I think. That's why anger management has become such a great business, also, we can say, in the whole world, in the entire world.
Yes, exactly. You are saying very right that this anger management, so many seminars and all these things are going on. Like as I told you that by reading scriptures, see, reading scriptures is also very important and powerful tool for controlling anger. Like as I told you, like Buddhist scripture says that expectations causes suffering. Like
Mhm.
when your expectations are the cause of suffering, like when your expectations are not fulfilled, it causes anger, and anger leads to suffering for you only. And then you may try to create suffering for
Mhm.
other person when you are angry. So ultimately then it will create more suffering for you. So cycle goes on continuing like this. So unrealistic expectations should not be there. So see, in this way, Shastras are guiding us like this. So when we know such things, then we will try to model our life in such a way that it is in accordance with the teachings of Shastras or teachings of great ancient wisdom. So in that way, it will help the society in today's. And as the influence of modern civilization is increasing, anger and all these things, they are increasing
Exactly.
quite rapidly.
And also not in the Bhagavad Gita, as you have mentioned that in the Buddhist scriptures also, and is also in the Bible also, there are 7 sins of life. In that also, anger is one of the anger and wrath, which is the kind of gussa only. It is also
Yes, yes,
mentioned as one
yes.
of the kind of sin, which is a very dangerous in our life.
Yes,
In
yes,
Bible
yes, yes.
also, Bhagavad Gita, and it's also called the three, one of the door of hell.
Yes, yes, yes. There are three gateways to hell in Bhagavad Gita as described like lust, greed, and anger. Because in anger you will commit sin, you will kill
Exactly.
someone, or you will beat someone, or you will try to harm someone. So ultimately, anger leads to the destruction of intelligence. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibrama, buddhi nasho pranashati. Like anger leads to the destruction of intelligence. When anger is there, then our intelligence is bewildered due to this anger. Actually, then we are not able to think what is right and what is wrong, and in a fit of emotion, as guided by our mind, we do some wrong things actually.
Exactly, sir. So you have very wonderfully explained all these points. And now, sir, we want to know from your experience that how, if you are facing some of the other event like that, that you are very much angry and you can't control that, and how you overcome it.
Actually, so many incidents are there, and okay, one incident I will tell you. Like,
Yes, sir.
like once some one of my classmate, he said something to me. I think that was in engineering only when I was in BTech third year or second year, I think, don't know. So he said something to me, and I was very angry that how can he say that thing to me? Or my mind was telling me that he has insulted you, your ego, like
Hmm.
your self-respect has been hurt, and all such things my mind was telling me. But I was feeling like as if to beat that person like anything. And my mind was trying to show me a different reality, which in actuality that was not a reality, that was a false reality. But in such situations, as I told you, we should try to meditate and we should try to read scripture. So I was trying to overcome this feeling. I was trying to read scripture, and Srimad Bhagavatam is one of the very important scripture. And in that, I was reading one story. So in that story, it was written like that there was one Brahmin was there, and so many people used to torture him, trouble him, but still he would not retaliate, and he would always pray for their well-being only. So when I was reading that thing, I took, okay, see, this person is being harassed and tormented like anything, this person, and I am not, and that person has said only a small thing to me, so why should I unnecessarily get angry? That person never got angry with them. And that person, and actually in that section of Bhagavatam, it was also written that no one is responsible for suffering except your mind. Your own mind is responsible for your suffering. So I was in this way by taking guidance from scriptures and reading some stories like this. I thought that okay, it is useless to unnecessarily waste our time. What we will do after doing this thing only? Like even if I suppose I get angry for 2 3 days, and even if I beat that person, see in extreme circumstances, because
Hmm.
everyone is powerful in his own respect. So
Exactly.
what I will get pay pleasure for just 5 minutes, and for that I have wasted 3 days of mine constantly tormenting myself that okay, I am angry with him, I angry with him. So it is a very unproductive thing, very
Exactly.
disastrous thing.
And also maybe he will get the serious injuries and these kind of things.
And and he may cause injury to me also because everyone is like just see in today's world, see, you are angry with someone and you just say some, okay, you just beat that person, whatever it, that he may also get angry, and in today's world in 500 rupees you can get one desi katta for firing on someone. So many, life has become
Exactly,
so
sir.
cheap, so anger can do anything, and people are doing this just for petty, just on a small road incident, like some two bikes or two cars got collided very, and there is very little, not collided, just touched each other, and one person gets gun and shoots the other person. So many
Road rage,
incidents we
sir.
are
Road
seeing like
rage.
this. Yeah, road rage incidents we are seeing. So it's just like
Exactly.
unproductive thing.
So I believe that all our viewers and including me are having a lot amount of questions before this session about the anger management and how we can control our anger. We are very much frustrated from these kind of things. We are knowing that this is a bad thing, but we aren't able to control these things. But after having a very wonderful guidance and answers from sir, I believe that I as well as my viewers are having all their doubts clear. So thank you, sir, for giving a wonderful guidance and a precious time to conduct this session.
So thank you very much for inviting me. And see, I am also not able to control my anger. Everyone is struggling. So we are just trying to just like we are all trying to apply some methods to control that anger. So those methods I have just told you. It's not that I am an expert in anger management. I think I may be even be lower than you. But still, we
No,
should try to apply those methods to take guidance from Shastras
exactly.
and meditation. It will help us to become better and better in controlling that.
Exactly. So our Shastras, our scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita, is one of the, we can say, Rambal Ilaj to manage any kind of anger, stress, frustration, or any kind of these kind of nonsense things.
Yes.
So thank you, sir, for giving a precious time. And viewers, we are winding up this session, and we will be back with our next session from unanswered question, which is roaming here and there around you. And thank you for that. Thank you, sir. And we are leaving. Thank you.